Manchester United have, over the course of our lifetimes, splashed the cash when it's come to transfers. I'm going to read you out top 10 fees paid for players from Manchester United. And I want you to tell me whether they were a success, a flop, or the jury's still out. I'm going to start off with number 10 for 53 million, Fred.
Fred the Red. You'd think he's a mascot. I'm going to go with jury's still out.
Jury's still out on a signing that was brought in 2018. So that's 5 years. That's half a decade and the jury's still out.
He's just not good enough, but then he's not awful. Like, he turns up every now and then.
Number 9, Anthony Martial for 54 million.
FLOP, flop.
Really?
He comes from France. The English Pred said he had no chance. 50 million down the drain. I'd agree. That has definitely happened again. I just don't think it's worked out for him. He's been on loan to, Seville? And not worked out, Joey.
Number 8. This is one of the rare signings around that period of time that I would personally say success, but I want to know your opinion. For 56.7 million, Bruno Fernandes.
Success. Massive success. Came in, changed the way the club played, brought that hunger, that desire, that passion. Definite success.
Any other player who has only been at the club a couple of months, we would be answering jury's still out on this next one. But I think I know your answer. Number 7 is Casemiro for 60 million.
Success. I mean, it's so funny. When he signed, I thought it's an interesting signing, 30-year-old, not really the defensive player, well, you know, the playmaker, deep line playmaker that Ten Hag wants, but what a signing he's been. Thank God for him. Wherever, you know, if they've got any more of them back where he's in Brazil, we'll sign the next one after Casemiro's done, because fantastic player, massive success.
Yeah. Hasn't always been away with Brazilian midfielders for Man United, though.
Kleberson.
Said about Fred Kleberson. It's been a few more, I think. Number 6, 67.5 million in 2014. That is a hell of a lot of money. It's the equivalent to a £100 million signing nowadays. Angel Di Maria.
Oh God, this one, I was thinking, is he going to say it? Is he going to say it? But you're going to have to say flop, because he was only there for a couple of months. When he first came, amazing.
Who was that chip again?
Leicester City.
Leicester.
Unbelievable goal.
And then the mad thing about Di Maria, he was shit hot before Man United. Yeah, he's been shit hot since Man United, and just at Old Trafford, it never really worked.
He was an unbelievable player. He has been an unbelievable player. Just didn't really work out at Man United. It's a shame. Had a few things off the pitch, like his house got robbed, I'm pretty sure. You know, a few things like that. You know, Manchester's always raining. We've heard it all before. He should have probably come to London. But yeah, just didn't work out. But I'm going to have to say flop, unfortunately, guys.
Number 5, player I've got a real soft spot for. Romelu Lukaku. Obviously, banter. I hate the fella. 76.2 million
Well,
for Big Rom.
Big Rom. It's weird. He actually had a very good first season under Mourinho. And then just tailed off after, you know, he went, Oli came in.
Yep. Lost the hunger.
He lost the hunger.
For football. Gained the hunger for everything else.
Yeah, put the pound somewhere else instead of his back pocket. But he started off great, just didn't work out. You got to be consistent. And, you know, we've seen other players have successes like Bruno Casemiro. Romelu Lukaku did not have the same amount of success. I'm going to go flop.
Number 4, 76.5 million, Jadon Sancho.
Connect 4, jury's still out. And you're thinking, why? Because he's been there a couple of seasons. But I think the jury's still out. You got to give him more time, Jadon Sancho.
Number 3, for a snip 80 million. Ooh, big slabhead, Harry Maguire.
Oh, speaking of three Maguire, because he's always on the bench. But listen, I think he's going to go end of the season, I think. I don't think he's going to stay at the club.
I'd have him. I'd have him at Chelsea. Number 2, for 86 million from Ajax last year, Anthony.
Oh, you got to say jury's still out. Although watching him so far, he needs to change his game style, I'd say. He's very easy to read. You know he's going to be on the right. He's going to try and go to the byline, cutting on his left.
Cuts in on that left.
But he's not Iron Robin.
All the time.
But he's not Iron Robin.
No.
He's no Iron Robin. At least with Iron Robin, you were like, I can't stop it. I know what he's going to do, but I can't stop it. With Anthony, he's very easy to stop.
Number 1.
I know where it's going.
94.5 million for a player you let go for free. Listen, I'm not boasting about it. We've done it with Lukaku, so and that's going to come up in a minute. But Paul Pogba.
Listen, I think the guy's got so much talent, but he's going to pay me to
I
say
knew there's a butt coming.
he's a flop.
Yeah.
He's a flop. I'm sorry to think a player that we signed for, 100 mil, like you've just said, and to think that there's probably 5 moments I can think off the top of my head where I was like, wow, he's really turned up for us, is not good enough. And to think that this is the second time we've let him for free, it's funny because at Juve, he hasn't even played and they're already sick and tired of him. So, you know, he had his Pogmentary. My commentary is that he's a flop, just hasn't worked out. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold Sani said so.